growing. And so what God had me to say today is going to come out of a few scriptures. The first one is Proverbs 4:23. It says, wait on the Lord and be of good courage, and he shall strengthen thine heart. Wait, I say, on the Lord. Look at your neighbor, look at your sister, look at your friend. Hallelujah. Say, girl, it's all in the wait. 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 Yes. And I said, God, what on earth are you doing? He said, well, if you think about it, before you go to the next level, he says, before anything trajects up into the atmosphere and pierces the atmosphere, he says there has to be a wait time. There has to be an active state of waiting. See, we think about waiting as just being passive and, oh, we just sit on the couch, we eat chips. Oh, we just praise him every Sunday, but we don't get in our word and we don't meditate and we don't study, but we just believe God and won't he do it? Yeah. But God says waiting is an active stance. It's a verb. It's an action word. He says, so when you're waiting, we must get active. We must get active. See, the world's way of waiting may seem like you're just passing time and letting life happen to you. But God says when you're in his kingdom, waiting is an active stance. It is, let me get into my worship. Let me get into my closet. The Greek word is tamion. Let me get into my closet, my secret place. And let me hear your voice to my next level. Let me hear your instructions to my next level. So first point is wait. If you have your pen and your paper, because I believe being a teacher first. Wait. Wait. It is an action word. It means get active. That's the command. Get active. And one of the things that I was asked to speak to you about is being single while ministering unto the Lord. And the body of, and God says, wait. And this also can go for married women as well. But he said, wait. Because I'm speaking from my experience. I'm single in ministry. Been ministering for over 16 years. Called to the pulpit at 16. I've been doing this thing for a long time. Failed in the midst of that. Had some premarital sex in the midst of that. But God says, guess what? When you decide to get serious for him, he'll curb that appetite. I can speak from experience. When you're seriously yearning for the more of him, he will curb that sexual hunger. The church don't like to talk about it, but it's real. It's real. I don't care how long your skirts are. It doesn't matter. Sin doesn't have a preference. It doesn't have a preference of prey. Apostolic, Baptist, Pentecostal. You'd be like, okay, apostolic is Pentecostal. No, y'all, they're not doing some new stuff now. they different. They're divided within themselves. Apostolic, Pentecostal. I'm like, okay. But God says, single and in ministry. Single and in ministry. Don't you know that our Savior was single and in ministry? Don't you know that Apostle Paul was single and in ministry? And both of those gentlemen spoke to being married because they understood that the church is like a marriage. They understood that working for God is like a marriage. So to my singles, I just want to say, wait. It's an action word. It don't mean wait and see how many men you can date in a week. It means wait. Get in the presence of God. Because sometimes what I found is we want the experience of the marriage. But when you get in that thing, my married sister, can you attest to us? Attest to us. I mean, you love it. It's blissful, but it has its challenges, right? Yeah. So I said all that to say, make sure when you're in your waiting season that you're beginning to know your Savior, your Father. Why? Because you're his wife. You're his wife first. You're his wife first. So he says, once you begin to know who I am, then I can give you clues as to who you are and why I created you the way that you are, the personality that you have, the attributes that you have, the family bloodline that you came from, why I needed you on this earth. Because when Jeremiah 29:11 says, all right, I shaped you in your mother's womb to give you an expected end. He said, don't you understand? You're a plan. You're a plan for my kingdom, and you're a plan against the kingdom of darkness. He says, so I need you to be in wait. When you're going to go into a new season, just like a plane has to wait before it can realize that, okay, my path is straight. I have to get up into this exact amount of speed for us to take that trajectory up into the atmosphere and not kill everybody on the plane. God is saying at the same time, when you are in his presence, he is saying, Lord, my God, you have to wait. You have to get in my face. You have to seek my face. You have to turn the plate over sometimes. I'm a big girl. Y'all see me? I had to turn the plate over sometimes. And he said, once you can hear what I'm saying to you, I can show you what is to come before you hit it. He's tired of us as saints, y'all, stumbling into our blessings. He's tired of us mistakenly just bumping into our blessings. We didn't have no vision to the thing, but we just had to trust God. Okay, I know he loves me, he ain't gonna let me fall. Yeah, he's not. But he says, what would happen if you got the instructions to every move you made, to every opportunity that came before you, and you will recognize, is it a God? Is it a God opportunity, or is it a dressed up trap? Is it a plan of hell to get me to bite the bait? This works for me and two. Just like it works for opportunities, it works for me and two. You can be dating him and he looks real good, but when you make that thing official, you like, who are you now? You're not the same one I was dating for 2 and 3 and 4 months. Yeah. He'll give you insight. He'll give you insight. So to my singles, we all know the story of Ruth and Boaz. Ruth was active. She wouldn't passively go, a Sunday church goer, sit on the pew, but God, send me my husband. Ruth was working in the kingdom. She was working. She was working in the harvest. She was working, was she not? She was gleaning in the field. Granted, it wasn't a church, but I'm bringing it 21st century. She was working in the field. She was sweating. The sun was beating her down, and she was getting her water to be refreshed, and she would keep on doing it day after day after day after day. Why should God send you a ministry mate if you ain't doing ministry? He don't send us our mates just to gratify our flesh. I'm sorry, I done messed up some people's theory and theologies right now. He has not done it. What he gave me the revelation of is, your mate is a ministry mate. This person is specifically designed to complement you. And when you choose your permissive will because you just couldn't wait, I just had to have him. He was tall, dark, and handsome. He had the muscles that I liked. My God, but he didn't have a prayer life. All right. You got to have somebody that can get a word through, a prayer through. My God. It's more than physical attributes, y'all. It's more than his bank account. God said, if you married your purpose, maybe y'all do the thing that I called y'all to do together. Provision is assured. Provision is assured. Don't let a bank account cause you to ruin your life or cause you to lose time. Because we can always repent after we make a mistake. But you've lost ground now, right?
Amen. Amen. Amen.
What else is weight? It's a state of a position in God. That's point 2. A state of a position in God. That means you have a working relationship with God. It's working. That means not only do you know him, but he know you. Right? We know he knows us, but come on, y'all, there's a different level of intimacy when you seek after him. There's a different level of intimacy when you care about the things that he cares about. There is a different level of intimacy in your relationship with God that can rejuvenate you even when you feel like you have been with the Lord for 30 years, 40 years, 50 years, yet you still have the noose, the freshness of your relationship and your intimacy with God. Come on.
Yeah, man.
I know I'm 30, I know I'm young, y'all. My seasoned saints are like, who's this little girl now down? Y'all, an apostle go through some unmerited hell sometimes that y'all have no clue at our birth. And we see things that y'all have no idea that we see in the spirit. And I'm not calling y'all blind, I'm just saying we have intense hells that we go through. Because we can see so sharply between the spirit and the natural. So God says, it's a state of position. What is your position in God? Are you a Sunday church goer? Because I'm telling you, that's not going to sustain you in your next level. Your normal worship that you're doing this current moment is not going to sustain you in your next level. He says, so press beyond what you normally do. If you read the word for a half an hour, make it 45 minutes. If you're in prayer for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, multiply it by 2. God says you have to do something different. Something greater than what you have not done before. Because you're pressing into a new level. A new level requires a greater momentum. You have to call speed. Oh Lord, I can't go into that. Rate times time times velocity is momentum. So you have to make sure that you're applying what is required of you for your next level with him to be greater so that it can support or it can be foundational to the level that you're heading into. So when you look at a rocket, it's on this launching pad, but yet there's a lot of things that are going on in action while it's waiting to traject into space. God says, so it is with you right now. This is where you're actively waiting. He's letting you know, you should be actively waiting right now. So after this conference, what are you going to do with that message? You should be actively waiting right now. Because you're at a conference that says, God, we're going to the next level. So you're commanding and making a decree to God. God, we're going to the next level. He says, okay, my children, I believe y'all. When you make a decree, I'm going to answer. I'm going to move on that decree because I got to show myself as your God. So we're here in agreement saying we're going to the next level. He says, how are you waiting?
Yes.
Then let's go back up to that scripture. Let me know my time, y'all. I'm going to go over. I'm going to be obedient. Be of good courage. He says, wait on the Lord, be of good courage, and he shall strengthen thine heart. Wait, I say, on the Lord. He said, be of good courage. What is good courage? Good faith in the midst of adversity. My God. What is good courage? I ain't gonna trip over this thing. What is good courage? What is good courage? Good faith in the midst of adversity. What you mean good, sis? There can be a negative faith in the midst of adversity. There can be a doubtful faith in the midst of adversity. There can be like, oh God, here it is again. I'm seeing the same thing, the same cycle that happened to me like last year. Oh my God. God says, where is your faith? Did I not bring you through last year? Will I not bring you through this year? Get to the root of it. Where's the cycle happening? Why is it happening? Check. Self-inventory. What's going on? What decisions do I keep making that get me in these same situations that I'm roundabout in the same time about every season? My Jesus. Look at Esther. This is an example of good faith in the midst of adversity. She could potentially die walking up to the king unannounced, yet her entire people's lives are at stake. What are you going to do, Esther? Esther, I'm going to have good faith. That's good courage in the midst of adversity. I'm going to go for my people. I'm going to risk my death. But I can't let my people perish. And if I perish in the midst, she said, let me perish. That's the kind of friend I need in my corner. That's the kind of friend I need in my corner. That when the devil's trying to persuade us that if you would just Jesus and follow me. If you would just sell out to Baal and I'll give you all the riches that you want. If you just sell out, God said, but if I can get my Esther's. Threaten me with death, if you will. Threaten me with trying to strip off my finances, if you will. But God says, you're my Esther. I'm going to see about you.
My God. Jesus.
Another example is the 3 Hebrew boys and Daniel. So the question there moves me to, what will waiting do? I'm glad you asked, because it told you in the B part of that verse, it shall strengthen thine heart. It will strengthen your heart. What is your heart? The heart is the motivation center of your faith. Let me write that down. The heart is the motivation center of your faith. That's why the Bible says in Proverbs 4:23, guard your heart with all diligence, for out of it flows the issues of life. It's your strength. Your heart is your motivation towards your faith. And if your heart can be discouraged, then guess what? Your faith can potentially put out. And then you will venture over into doubt lane.
My God. Jesus.
Guard it. Guard it. Your heart is your motivation. So if you can just recollect, just in the trials that you had for this conference to take place today, just see how it was attacked against your motivation, against your heart. The devil is strategic, but God is mighty. And now I'm going to go to the home scripture for today, Hebrews 4:16. And we're going to close this thing out, and we're going to go into agreement. Hebrews 4:16. Let us therefore come boldly unto the throne of grace, that we may obtain mercy and find grace to help in the time of need. God says, tell them, be bold but not bullheaded. Be bold but not bullheaded. Come on. What's the difference? What's the difference, Apostle T? Bold means God means with stubborn confidence that he will do it. Being bold in God means with stubborn confidence that God will do it. What's bullheaded? It is rooted in rebellion, and rebellion is as the sin of witchcraft. Come on. Be bold but not bullheaded. That's the word of the Lord receiving. So if you want those strong sisters, because I know that because I am. I was a hard ankle growing up. But I had to be. It made sense to me now that I'm an adult. But he says, now that bullheadedness that you had in the world has to be transformed to boldness in me. And boldness in me is a strong confidence that I will do it. Look at your sister and say, God will do it. In my wait, God will do it.
God will do it.
Sometimes we got to be reminded that wait is action. Wait inquires us to do something. It does not necessarily mean we keep ourselves on cruise control. We're going to go to prayer, band, Bible study. We're going to go. Does not necessarily mean go to every service. Hey, and I'm not saying forsake assembly. Hear me, y'all. Hear me. But he says, I'm not saying that you being present in every service is going to get you the results that you need when it requires your relationship with me. Being present in my presence, developing your position in me is going to get you the results that you need. It's all in the wait. Somebody say it's all in the wait. How you waiting? How you waiting? You can see some singles, and I was there. I had to transform through my phases. But when I was there, I was there. Oh, here's Valentine's Day again. All right, Lord. I ain't jealous of my other sisters that got a man, but when am I gonna get mine? Really?
Come on now.
It's how you wait. That was waiting and longing. That was miserable. I would dread when Valentine's Day come around. One day out of an entire year. God will bless me all year. And I get to one day. And it's like it just blotted out all the other blessings he just blew my mind on. It's all in the wait. Ministering and being single, it's like, man, it puts you in a different focus because it's like, I'm doing this for my God. I want to see his people free because he freed me. I want to love on his people because he loved on me when I was stinky and dirty and bound out and down and out. It puts you in a different frame of mind, but it's a baby. It's not about you getting a few thrills in the bedroom. Baby, what this is about is there's a call on your life. There's a commission on your life. Will you answer? And sometimes we're looking after the wrong things. And also focus on just being single. That I lost the appreciation through my journey of getting here. And so I'm telling y'all that so you don't do the same thing. You can enjoy being single. I'm doing it now, but I lost a lot of ground because I was waiting wrong. No, I wasn't pressing into the Bible like I should have been. I was pressing into, okay, what club do I need to go to? What church event do I need to go to? Just dress up and go. You know.
Come on now. All right now.
I went in my word. I wasn't fasting. I was reading the magazines. How to get a man in 10 days, 3 days. It's all in the wait. And so I say to us all in closing out, God says this is how you wait. It's an action word. But do know that we are going to the next level. But the thing is, you have to kick in your momentum. God has shifted my prayer watching days and hours. He has shifted them. I pray every day, but he shifted my hours. So I said, okay, and he did it the week of this conference. So I didn't begin to minister to my spirit. This is why, because you're going to the next level. So it requires a greater kind of a worship. It requires a greater amount of sacrifice in the area of being in your word and being in the presence of me. It requires you fasting more than you like to.
Yes.
Lord knows I like my ribs.
Say it.
And my chicken.
Amen. Say it.
And my cakes and my pies. But he said it's time. It's time. He said he's waiting on his people. Actually, he said specifically his sons and his daughters. The world, the earth is groaning for us to arrive, to wake up. That requires us a different communication with our daddy. It requires a different level. So if you are ready for an agreement, if you want an agreement or you want to make that commitment that you're going to go to the next level, and that right now, you know what your waiting is right now, but you're going to commit to God that your wait is going to look differently from this day forward. Because I guarantee you, your next level, after you step out of this conference, God has already begun the process into your next level. And you don't want to miss it, nor do you want to be left behind, nor do you want to be jet lagged because you're trying to catch up when you had a forewarning. If you need prayer, I'll pray with you. I'm okay in doing that, Pastor. I just want to say that I've got to be in order. If you want prayer, I'll pray with you. You want agreement, I'll agree with you. But this is the word of the Lord. How are you waiting? There's a wait before every trajectory into your next level. We can get some music. Hallelujah. I'm serious about God. I'm serious about God. Yes, so Romositi. Yo Romositi Aramasa.